Wagwan, people. So, it's your boy Yardman Leng. Got Airsoft tomorrow. I got a game at Airsoft Plantation, I think it's called. It's the first time I'll be going there. Sorry guys, got something stuck in my teeth. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever played there. You're probably like, what was that? But I was eating them chewy sweets. You know when they get stuck in your teeth and you have to like physically pull them out. But so yeah, it's my first time going to Airsoft Plantation. So that should be pretty cool to see what the venue's like and how it works and all those things. Most of the gang is gonna be there as well. I believe like between 6 and 10 of us is gonna turn up. Obviously 1 or 2 say they're coming, but you know how it gets. Sometimes the man them say they're coming and then don't show. So we'll see. But I'm definitely going. I'm gonna try and take you guys on the journey with me via GoPro because I've been saying I'm gonna do this stuff, but it's just having the time and remembering to do it and then having the right camera attachment so you don't damage your camera and all these other things. But I'm gonna try and do it for you guys tomorrow. This video is gonna be a nice and short, sweet one. We're gonna try and keep it under 10 minutes. So just wanted to show you guys, I done a little hack today. Don't know if the camera's gonna show it very well. Basically it says Airsoft Special Ops. Isn't the best one so far. It was a trail, but I needed something because my helmet, like I ordered a new helmet and it just still hasn't bloody come and I don't understand why. So yeah, that's gonna have to be my helmet for tomorrow. But yeah, so the first couple things I'm gonna start on this video is we're gonna talk BBs. When I got the Voss pistol, I did say to you guys that my plan was to use these bad boys, and so far so good. Like up until now, any of the videos you've seen on the channel would have been shot with these bad boys, and they do their thing. Like overall, considering everything I've been with it, I played with it in hot weathers and cold weathers and rainy weathers and all sorts. The thing I would say, I feel like these are what would you call them, like summer bullets. Great bullets, great pellets, should I say, because that's what they're actually called. Great pellets, but I feel like they're summer pellets, and I say this just because I feel like any game I've played when the weather is nice and sunny and hot, these perform beautifully. However, when it's raining or very cold, they tend to shoot higher than you're aiming or lower than you're aiming. That's what I found with these anyway. But for something to just cycle your pistol or train with or just start up, I would always advise these straight off the top because I was a Voss user, they worked well for me. The brand, I know the brand well, and it's like a decent level brand. It's obviously not the highest, like a Umerix type brand, but it's up there with them. It's not too far away, if you get what I mean. It's at least still in the same ballpark, if that makes sense. Ballpark. What am I saying? So yeah, I'm basically gonna trial some new BBs. So I came across these bad boys, 2.0s as well, by that company that I'm not gonna try and pronounce. I'm just gonna spell it for you, ARSUK. They've got a website and everything on the packaging. Give you guys a chance to look at it. And funny enough, this is the same company which made my speed loader, if you can see. So they are a trusted brand by me, and so the speed loader has been doing me quite a lot of justice, so I can't complain about it, to be bluntly honest. Like it's honestly done its thing. I think the main aim of why I wanted to try it was number one, colors, just to see if when filming my camera finds it harder to pick this up, because obviously the difference in the color, you can see that like one's black and one's white. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. They're the same weight, so in theory performance shouldn't be too different. However, when looking at them, yeah, this is one thing I noticed, that one is slightly smaller. Where is it? Measurements. So though it says 5.95 on both, I noticed that when they were right next to each other, these ones present to be slightly small. It's ever so. Let me see if I can take it out and show you. I'm not even sure if the camera will pick it up because it's such it's a very small difference. But by like, I don't even know what to list it by. But I reckon the black ones are smaller. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Maybe you guys can see what I'm saying, because I'm gonna put them right next to each other, yeah? And I don't know if you guys can see it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but for me, every time I look at them, I'm like, yeah, man, the black one is defo smaller. It's by such a little, it's by such a small difference that the naked eye more time wouldn't probably pick it up. But for me, I'm me and I'm always gonna pick up things like that. So yeah. And earlier I gave them like a little cycle through on my pistol and they shot perfectly fine. I felt like these were slightly more accurate than the other ones because they're good, they're reliable. They're definitely reliable, I will say that. But I just feel like they're just not as consistent. Should I put it that way? Because at one point what I had is, and I'm just trying to reshape my hat. You're probably like, what the hell is he doing? I'm just trying to reshape it because earlier I basically took it out of shape when I was doing what I was doing to it. So just trying to see if it will work and go back into shape. But what was I saying? So yeah, I feel like the black ones are a bit more accurate. I was able to aim down sight, aim without looking through my sights, my zombie sights or the front sight, and I felt like I was hitting, like, say I took like 10 shots, I hit probably like 8 or 9 of them, and that was just by eye, not through looking through my sights, which I found very interesting because more time when I do use these BBs, I do feel like I have to be looking through some kind of sight or something because there's always, not always, but sometimes there is a raise on the bullet or a decline on the pellet. So yeah, by way I'm trying something else. Tomorrow I'm also going to grab some 2.5s, 0.25s, and testing them. But what I think I'm going to do is split the day in half. So what I'd probably do is have the morning using these bad boys, and then the 2.5s that I buy, spend the evening using those, and then probably on the way home just do some kind of review video of how I felt between all of them. And I feel like they're all relevant because, like I said, I'm not knocking these do the damn thing. Like even right now, these are what I've got loaded in my, what was that? These are what I've got my loaded in my extended mags. But at the same time, if you notice here, I've also loaded 2 of my smaller clips with the black ones. They're a bit dark, so it's a bit more harder to see as opposed to that. But they are loaded. Yeah, and it's just because I would like to see how they perform. Do they do their job? Do I feel like they run out a bit quicker, consistency, whatnot? Do they make a difference to the weight, or do they fire it? Like, I feel like they will operate different. I've already seen this through, like I said, when I tested earlier, and one was shooting very consistent, whereas the white ones, you'd have one that's high, one that's on point, one that's low. So it was like, out of 3 shots, 1 shot would be exactly where you want it. And sometimes when you're in, especially close encounters where there's a motherfucker on the other side of the wall, and you literally just want to run around and slap it, you want to be sure that the pellet's going exactly where you're aiming, not going just over his head or just through his legs or just on the side, or do you know what I'm saying? So it's why I'm testing something else. So we'll run these bad boys tomorrow and I'll let you know. But I will say, beginners, do start here because it's a good place to start. It's a good way, it's a good brand, it's a good company, and this is not a paid promotion. So I'm more just doing this from user, how do you want to call it, user experience, if you want to call it that. And these were affordable. The thing that kind of blew my mind, I will say before I move on, is like the price I paid for those, the Vosk ones, I could probably buy 2 or 3 rounds of this, which is very, I find it, well, but that came with gas, so maybe I can't really judge it the same, can I? But yeah, I just feel like these were great value for money. I think I paid like 4 or 5 quid for them. And when I saw these ones online without the gas, I bought this with gas. I got it on a bargain. I think I probably paid like 16, 17 quid for, I got like one of this and a whole gas canister, like 15, 16 quid, somewhere around that. Couldn't have been more than £17. But this by itself was just £4.99. And there's 2,000 in there. Keep in mind that does have 3,000 if I'm correct. Yeah, 3,600. So maybe that's where the difference in pricing is. But 2k for 5 quid is still good, because it means that if I spend a tenner, I'd get 4,000. I'd have to double check the price on this, but if I like say for example bought it twice, it would have cost me 17 times 2, which is like what, 30, 32, 34, somewhere around £34. But in saying that, I would have 7,200 BBs as opposed to 4,000 BBs. So it just depends what you want, to be honest. I think value for money for me works, and like I said, I feel like they're smaller, which means that my gas power will go, or should in theory go further, because if they're smaller but weigh the same weight, I should, you know what I'm trying to say, I should get the reliability that I got from these, but more power on them, number one, and number two, they should just have a, like for me at least, I feel like they should have like a better accuracy, if anything. But we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna test that, get back to you guys and let you know. The other part of my video that I kind of want to just focus on, and this was one for the mandem, because one of the mandem was like, what about Ballys and what about, so I was like, do you know what, I forgot to go into that when I was doing the face mask thing, because most people do just wear a Bally and say like a cap like this. So I'm gonna show you guys quickly, just so it makes a bit, I'll keep on dropping this helmet cover. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys quickly, and hopefully we can yeah, get you guys to understand better what you're looking for, if that makes sense, because everybody's different, man. We all have different styles and whatnot. So when I first started, I went for something very basic. It was just a Bally that I had bought this for riding, because I go riding quite a lot. Like I like to cycle and all these other things. So this was my cycling one. It wasn't too expensive. I don't think I spent a lot of money. I think it was probably like 4 or 5 quid, somewhere thereabouts. I bought it locally. You know, like sometimes there's like markets in different areas around London. I think I must have passed one day when I was riding, and I was like, oh, I do need one of these, you know. So I just asked him, and he was like, oh, I only have it in grey, I don't have any black ones left. So I was just like, you know what, boss man, give it to me, because at the end of the day, I need something. Something is better than nothing. I can go buy a black one further down the line if I do like them kind of thing. And at one point I remember what I used to do was this, if it will work hopefully for me, like when I was at work, cause my dreads were at like a certain growing stage, and it just looked weird, like no styles would work with that level hair. So I just ended up like kind of turning it, probably not the best one. Normally I've done it in a mirror, but you guys can see it basically turns into some kind of hat. So I could just be chilling, do my thing, and then bam, when I'm ready to go ride off and go where I'm going, just flick it over and we're good to go. So yeah, so that's that. I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, like you can see, it wasn't the best fit. So that's why over time I ended up saying to myself, look, I need something that works out a bit better for me, that fits my face a bit better. Because yeah, as much as it is good and it does its thing, it's like there is angles like that or that's like you'd prefer it to just be a bit more tighter, somewhere about there, if that makes sense, so that you're not missing, you're not getting all that side face and all that side face there. But it is what it is. It's a good Bally. I probably used it for about 4 games now, 3-4 games, and it hasn't done me wrong. I think that if there's anything that I would probably say about it, would be just obviously where it's not a tight fit one, any kind of movement it pulls from my face. So sometimes I've had times where I'm in game and this happens. Do you get what I'm saying? Where it's not as tight on the face, but overall it's a good Bally. Like you can hear, I can talk through it, I can actually breathe through it, which is actually another good important thing to think of, because I've seen guys with some great setups on the field but they can't breathe in it. So every 3 minutes you see them on the field like this trying to catch breath and then flinging it back up. I don't want to be one of those guys, so that's why I stopped wearing this Bally to games. But straight off the top, like, it's an alright Bally, but I definitely needed another one. Yeah, man, I think that might be my look for tomorrow, man. But yeah, so like you guys can see, Bally is your choice. Like, obviously you got to still have your eye protection on, so I'll show you, for example, like, this isn't my eye protection, these are my glasses, but just so you can have some kind of reference to how I work my thing. And one thing you do have to keep in mind with these masks, I don't know if my thing will show you, but they tend to fog up real quick because they actually hold heat. So if I have goggles on, the moment I breathe too heavy, I will basically steam that up. But like I said, if it was tighter, it would have just been a better fit, because like I said, you'd have your goggles on and then your face protection over this. So it's up to you, man, how you want to set your thing up. But I'm going to try the next one and show you guys, because I went looking and actually found a guy who actually sells one that's a nice tight fit, and it's a black one. So said to him, look, you're going to have to bring me in. He basically showed me where he basically mass buys them, and I didn't know this. I was kind of like, how come you've always got bare? And he was showing me, look, there's this place that sell you 100 for a good price, so I buy 100 and then I go and resell them, kind of thing. So yeah, he basically took me to the place, and yeah, it's a Ballaclava by Marku. Practical uses: biking, snowboarding, trekking and cycling. Yeah, hope you guys can see that. Polystyrene and spandex, so 90% polystyrene or polyester, sorry, and 10% spandex, which is pretty cool. I like when they tell you exactly what's in the damn thing. Yeah, and it was affordable. I think I only paid like probably $3.50 for each of them. I bought two just in case throughout the day I want to switch, because last game what happened was, sorry, this is my head tie getting in the way. Last game what happened was, it was raining, and by like the second or third game everything was soaked, and like a soldier I just continued on. It's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll be fine. But by the end of the day I kind of regretted doing that, because now I was fully soaked all the way through. So if you can see, yeah, so if you can see, a lot better fit. I don't know if that side is showing, but a lot better fit. It works lovely for me. I think this is gonna be my main one, and like I said, it was affordable, so I ended up buying two of them. I can talk in it, I feel comfortable in it. I feel like even if I had some glasses on, like I said, my goggles, they slide in nicely. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? It's no loss at all. What else? Do you know what? I might even bring these glasses with me tomorrow then. I'm thinking, technically glasses is face cover. The only thing is if they shoot you from the side. But I'm thinking maybe these could be worn while my other glasses is on. Maybe, who knows? I'll have to give it a try. But once again, let's just try the hat, see how the hat fits. I probably will just get a plain black hat next time and just don't do anything to it. I feel like the green is making too much noise on my damn head, but like I said, it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's better than nothing. But yeah, now you guys can see the look I'm going for. So this is roughly how I'll look tomorrow, give or take. to be honest, it doesn't fit too bad, the hat, so I can't even complain. Fits alright. But yeah, so boom. The second one actually feels real good, so I'm not gonna lie, like I do think I'm glad I purchased 2 of them, because yeah, they just look the part, they feel the part as well, and they're consistent, they do their job. Like I can slide it down and chat if I need to, but then the moment I want to be back active, covered up, it's not even hard like that. You know what I'm saying? I just made that hard. So like literally down, literally right back up, and we're good to go again. So yeah, I'd probably give the first one, the silver one or grey one, that one, it was alright, done its job, but I'd give it probably like a 3.5, 4.5, just because, like I said, half the time I felt like it was just a mad thing trying to, you get it, just get it to work for me, whereas with this one, it does the damn thing. Like, it genuinely does the damn thing. I'm gonna have to test it with the helmet just to see if I feel the same about it, but yeah, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt thus far and just see. But yeah, that's that, people. I'm due to chuck on the other one because I did buy another one, so we'll give that one a test and see out of the 3 which ones are the best. But yeah, so far so good. This one I'll probably give it a 7.5, and that's probably just because it's got nothing on it. I'd love some wording or something, or just some camo or something on it. But and in some areas like this is a bit tighter than the rest of it, but like I said, you want that, sometimes you want that close bally feel, and I feel like even this one I probably could roll up into a hat if I have luck. So do you get what I'm saying? Like tomorrow, for example, when I'm traveling, I can just travel casual bally, keep the feds happy. Do you get what I'm saying? And only if you know that you'll know that I'm wearing a bally. So yeah, man. So this one is the spandex balaclava by Beauty Ambition. Both from my local shop, $5.99. Probably the most expensive one I've bought so far, but it is what it is. Do you know what's mad? This feels very similar to the other one. It almost looks identical, but it's not. You can see the fabric slightly different. This one's a bit more stretchy, I will say that. And a bit more bigger around the top head bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So probably again with this one, initial out the box, I just think it's too big. Like, for me, I like something that's a bit more snug, tight onto my face. We'll see. Maybe it will grow on me. Maybe I won't take it back. Maybe it will grow on me. My thing is, you just want something that isn't too tight, isn't too loose, which does what it says on the tin. You don't have to fumble with it too much to get what you're looking for. Whereas this one, I feel like it just doesn't cup on my forehead properly, but we got there in the end. I feel like this one covers your underlayer a bit better than this one, just because of the length. This one, just because of the length, but I don't think this would be my chosen one, I won't even lie to you. I think it would be the middle one. Probably rank this one probably 6 out of 10. Maybe 5.5. Yeah, man, just because it's not really, it doesn't sit comfortable like the other one. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is, it does what you want it to do. I just feel like you're gonna have to be adjusting it throughout the day, and I'm one of them guys, I like to throw on a belly and and kind of just forget about it. And sometimes if you're not careful, you end up walking around looking like a madman because your balaclava is moving around throughout the day. So for me, it probably will be the middle one, just because I feel like it's probably the one I would have to adjust the least. But I'll probably hold this because it means that when people come airsoft with me, this is stuff that I can give them to use or try until they have their own gear or work out what they want. So, do you get what I'm saying? And maybe even, who knows, like I come across people sometimes who want to buy gear from me. So we'll see, man. I might end up getting it sold that way. But for me, it is the middle one that's a winner. It's nice and tight and snug. And I don't feel like there's too much adjustments. I can literally throw it on and bam, like I'm ready to wear it. So that's a pattern for me. Plus, I just, like I said, I just don't like adjusting throughout the day. Like, I remember one time, I think it was when I was wearing the grey one. Like, I think this was probably by the end of the day. I've gone into the toilet and I've looked at myself in the mirror and I looked like a proper clown. The way the balaclava was, because it had moved around during the day, and obviously you're not seeing a reflection of yourself, so you're not checking it. So yeah, so we'll try the middle one more time, just show you guys.
I can teach you something. Do you get what I'm saying, brother? It's not, yeah, man. I agree though. There is some people that,
Yeah, man, like I said, straight off the top, I'm happy with this one. Good, just gets the job done. Put on, bam. That's what you want. Probably have to burn that little midsection off, but apart from that, we're cushy. And like I said, I can wear my little hat, cover my wig cap, at least in some areas. But yeah, peeps. So that's my 101 Bally video. For me, it definitely will be that middle one. You just don't have to adjust it too much, and you are where you want it to be, like. Get it? But yeah, peeps, thanks again for having me. And this is Ballaclava's 101.